G'day fellow motovloggers, Bandit have fun. Some Moki the Suzuki Bandit on this Wednesday afternoon. I think it's about 27 degrees. Very, very humid. Had a few humid days in a row. There's something being dragged down from up Broome Way, and we could even get some of this weather that they're having in Queensland, or this flooding and that, which is a lot of rain, which is not nice just before Christmas. Well, third time I've been up in the hills this morning to get cherries. Yes, folks, more people want cherries. But that's alright. Gives me a chance to now run in the back tyre. I've done about 30 kilometres on it, I think, so far. So should be okay about the 200 kilometre mark. Yeah, it's not a good place to have a roundabout just here, especially if you're going to have to live there. Gee, it's a real pain in the butt. Anyway, got to scrub the tyre in. Some people say you don't have to anymore, but I think you do. The Road 5 seem like they have got some sort of film or something over them, so rather take it easy for the 200 kilometres and not have to worry about laying the bike down or anything. So yeah, both tyres are good now, and she's leaning into corners a lot nicer, and should last at least 10,000 more kilometres. So what would it be, 45,000 roughly before I need new tyres again, hopefully, fingers crossed. Yeah, well, whilst I had the back wheel off, I decided to take the sprocket off, the rear sprocket, just to give it a clean. And I noticed that one of the threads on the sprocket holder, there's 5 threads on there, and you got 5 nuts. And one looked a bit chewed up. I don't think I did it. It's possible that I did do it, but I really don't think I did it. But anyway, I was tightening up the bolts to what the book says, 60 Newton meters. He's in a hurry. And I thought that was a little bit tight, and the one that was a bit chewed up didn't want to get to 60 Newton meters. So what I did is I did this actually on the bike. So what I did is I took the nut off and got my thread cutter out, and it was a 10 metric, and the thread was 1.25. So I couldn't use the handle that came with the kit, So I had to use these big pliers, big grips, and I gradually, slowly but surely, got to the end of the bolt that holds the sprocket on, and cleaned up and made a thread as much as possible, might I say. So I did that and put the nut on, and it was alright, and I just tightened it up. I didn't do it to 60 Newton meters just in case the thread wasn't strong enough. But what I did on the end of that bolt, or that thread, once I had the nut on, I just put a very, very tiny amount of Loctite. That's the blue stuff, the medium. And that's so if it does actually come loose, which I personally don't think it will, I think it's tight enough and it'll stay there at that tightness anyway. But just in case, I put a bit of Loctite so that the nut won't come off completely. And they're like a lock, how can I put it, a nylock nut on them. So I'm 99.99% sure that it just won't undo. The others are up to the 60 Newton meters, which I personally really think is a bit too tight, but who am I to say? The book says 60 Newton meters for them, so that's what I did. So I had a look. I've been up in the hills, I've been back home, and I've had a look, and no movement whatsoever. So that's okay. And but what I'll do when I put my new chain on and sprockets, what I'll do is I'll just clean up the threads of the whole lot of them whilst off the bike, which will be a lot easier than on the bike, and just clean them up, ready to put the new sprocket on. So that's that. Hopefully I'll do that in the not too distant future, because this this chain definitely has tight spots. So what else is there? Well, my state government in its wisdom has rolled out QR codes to every shop. So every shop, every doctor's surgery, every chemist, wherever you have to gather, they have this QR code, and it's mandatory. So every time you go into a supermarket, into a chemist, go see the doctor, you have to use this QR code. So banks, I don't think you have to in banks for some reason, because they can, if you're going in there to get money out, they can see that you've been in there. Now these QR codes, you need a smartphone. Now there are people that don't have smartphones, so they have to sign in. So if you go into 5 or 6 shops, you got to sign in everywhere. What a pain in the butt. This is all due to the COVID, of course. Do you have a similar system where you are? Now, if you haven't, maybe it will catch on, and others will announce that you've got to do it. And there will be people that won't do it, but apparently the police can ask to see that you've scanned in, and I think you can get a fine or something if you haven't. I mean, I scan in, I don't care, doesn't worry me, it's no big deal. I've got the app. I've had the app for a lot longer than COVID, and it's just an an add-on to the app. Now I've got a friend who's deaf. He's got a smartphone, but he doesn't take the smartphone anywhere with him. So it's no point him using that, because you might ask, well, why? Well, because they can ring him up all they want. He won't hear the phone. Oh, false neutral. No, I kicked it into neutral. That's the first time I've done it on this bike. Anyway, yes, so they can ring all they like. He won't hear the phone at all. And he hasn't got a phone at home, and he uses his phone for his internet, his emails and that. They can email him, but as long as he looks at his email, well, it's pointless. So I wonder how those people are getting on. They'll have to sign in everywhere where they have to go. Got to sign in. Oh dear, still closed. Still closed. So yeah, there's for and against this idea. I don't care either way. I'll try and do the right thing. And as long as they get rid of your data after the 28 days like they say they will, I'm quite fine with it. So yeah, my question is, have you got QR codes in your shops? So you have to sign in. So this is Bandit Nev one Samoki, the Suzuki Bandit, bidding you all very, very, very safe riding. And if I have not go or aren't going to do another vlog before Christmas, have a very, very Merry Christmas, everyone, all my followers and listeners and watchers and that sort of thing. And if I do make more vlogs, I'll just say Merry Christmas again. And of course, let's hope 2021 is better than 2020, because it's just been a year to forget. So until next time, cheers for now.